Hi everyone, my name is Kumarman and you are watching my YouTube channel Politic Dunia. In this video, I will give the complete summary of Class 8 Chapter 1, the Indian Constitution. So now let's begin. Our topics are Introduction, its need, key features and its glossary. First of all, you all have to understand the word Constitution. It is a written document that embodies all the fundamental and organic laws and principles of a country or a state. The Constitution plays a very important role in democratic societies. Every society has some constitutive rules that make it what it is. Here is a short story, so let us try to understand. Nepal, a struggle for democracy. Nepal was a monarchy. A people's movement in Nepal fought for several decades to establish democracy, and in 2006 they finally succeeded in putting an end to the powers of the king. The people had to write a new constitution to establish Nepal as a democracy. In 2008, Nepal became democracy and adopted new constitution in 2015. The second important purpose of a constitution is to define the nature of a country's political system. Why we need of a constitution? Constitution plays a very important role in democratic societies, such as to define fundamental nature of a society. It lays down ideals that define the kind of a country that people want to live in. To define the nature of a country's political system of a country may be monarchy or a democracy. To safeguard from misuse of authority, right to equality to all the persons. To prevent tyranny of majority. The tyranny basically means the cruel and unfair use of power or authority. And very important, to save us from ourselves. A good constitution also does not allow any whims to change its basic structure. It does not allow for the easy overthrow of provisions that guarantee right of citizens and protect their freedom. Key features of Indian Constitution. First one is federalism. Second, parliamentary form of government. Third, separation of powers. Fourth, fundamental rights. And fifth, secularism. So let's begin with federalism. It refers to the existence of more than one level of government in the country. It means local level, state level, and central level. Second point that I earlier discussed, in India there are government at the center and state and local bodies form the third tier of government. The states are not merely agents of the federal government but draw their authority from constitution. Each state in India enjoy autonomy in exercising power on certain issues, but the subject of national concern require all these states has to follow the laws of the central government. Each tier of government can make law. These all are specified in the Indian Constitution. The Constitution also specifies where each tier of government can get the money from for the work that it does. Parliamentary form of government. This means that the people of India have a direct role in electing their representatives. Also, every citizen of the country, irrespective of his or social background, can also contest in elections. These representatives are accountable to the people. The Constitution of India guarantees universal adult suffrage for all citizens. This means that every citizen of the country, irrespective of his or her social background, can participate in elections. Now, separation of powers. According to the Constitution, there are three organs of the government: legislature, executive, judiciary. Legislature means elected representative responsible for formulating laws. Executive, executive responsible for implementing laws and running the government. Judiciary, it refers to the system of courts in the country. Judiciary works as an independent body. In order to prevent the misuse of power by any one branch of government, the continuum says that each of these organs should exercise different powers. Through this, Each organ acts as a check on the other organ of government, and this ensures the balance of power between all three. All of these issues played on the minds of the members of the Constituent Assembly as they drafted the Constitution. Fundamental rights. Fundamental rights has been referred to as the conscience of the Indian Constitution. It guarantees the right of individual against the state as well as against other individuals. It guarantees the right of minorities against the majorities. In addition to fundamental rights, the Constitution also has a section called Directive Principle of State Policy. This section was designed to ensure greater social and economic reforms. Fundamental rights include right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. These all are our fundamental rights. Secularism is a belief system that rejects religion or the belief that religion should not be part of the affairs of the state or part of public education. India is called a secular state because it does not have any state religion and people are free to practice any religion of their choice. Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar, also known as Baba Sahab Ambedkar, is known as the father of our Indian Constitution. Glossary. Arbitrary. When nothing is fixed and it is instead left to one's judgment or choice, this can be used to refer to rules that are not fixed or decisions that have no basis, etc. Ideal, a goal or a principle in its most excellent or perfect form. Indian national movement emerged in 19th century India and saw thousands of men and women coming together to fight British rule. This culminated in India independence in 1947. Polity. A society that has an organized political structure, India is also a democratic polity. Sovereign, in the context of this chapter, it refers to an independent people. Trafficking refers to the practice of the illegal buying and selling of different commodities across national borders. As I earlier discussed you, what is tyranny? Tyranny is just basically the cruel and unjust use of power or its authority. So the chapter ends. In this video, I completely describe the important terms and the event. So if you like my video, do like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.